Guys, today I am filming a follow-up review for my Shop Miss A haul. I will have my original video linked in the cards. If you're unfamiliar with Shop Miss A, basically it is a place where you can purchase a ton of affordable makeup, skincare tools. They have jewelry, we got home products, some tech things, miscellaneous, a ton of stuff, and everything is $5 or under, but most things are $1 to $2, which is fantastic. And let me tell you, I'm a little bit of a snob with things, and I'm totally fine buying drugstore makeup, but I'm not probably gonna buy my makeup from the Dollar Tree. Like, I doubt you'll ever see a Dollar Tree haul from me. I'm just a little snobby in that way, so I wasn't sure how I'd feel about these products, but I have really enjoyed a lot of these things, especially the tools. So for today's video, I'm gonna let you know what I would say is a hit and what is a miss. And I am not going to show all the hits and all the misses. I'm going to just show you the products like by category, because that might be more entertaining, keep you on your toes. So we will start with the makeup products. I didn't have too many of these, and I had the Shop Miss A Oil Control Primer Spray and Setting Spray. I do think that these are very nice. I think that they spray quite nicely and they feel fine on the skin. I don't really think this helped to mattify me. I didn't notice a ton from this, but as you guys know, I've said before, as much as I have, several setting sprays, I continue to purchase them, I've never been like, wow, that setting spray made a difference for me. So as far as like making my makeup last longer, I can't really tell you if this worked for that, but in general, I do like it. And I think if you're wanting to try primer spray, setting spray, you won't be disappointed with these. The next product would be the Wonder Cover Concealer and Corrector. I got the Corrector in the shade Peach, and this would be a pretty good color for me. It is nice, light and peachy, but it's a little bit more beige mixed in too, which I don't know if I would love that color on me, but I really can't tell you because I used this one time, because this smells absolutely disgusting. Like this is I don't know if this has expired or not, but this smells like cheap makeup. Like cheap makeup. Gosh, it smells disgusting. And it was so thick, I couldn't get it to blend nicely. I don't know if this has gone off or this is just what they're like. So if you have tried the concealer or correctors from AOA, let me know. But this was disgusting. This is the worst thing that I got so far. Do not buy that. Next, I have two of the AOA Perfect Loose Setting Powders. So I got the Matte Translucent and the Soft Light powder. Soft Light is like a very fair yellow shade, and I like one but not the other. Matte Translucent, I used it under my eyes today. I don't like this. It does have a bit of a glow to it. It's really not matte, but I'm wondering what their other HD powder was like. Was it super glowy? But for me, the glow did accentuate the creases under my eye, and I just don't love the way it looks. But the Soft Light is very pretty. I use that to set the center of my face. I used it under my contour and blush here, and it looks really pretty. It looks very smooth. It does give a bit of color, and I really like this. I think this would be a really nice baking powder. The only issue is that you only get 0.25 ounces or 7 grams in here, which is just not very much product at all. And you guys know I'm such a powder person. I would go through this in like 2 weeks, but this is only $1, so I could buy 5 of these and put them in a larger container and it would still be cheaper than any of the other powders that I love. So what I think of that is totally fine. So I would not repurchase the Matte Translucent, but I would definitely repurchase and recommend the Soft Light powder. And then I had purchased 2 lip balms. This first one is the AOA Studio Balm Skin Rescue in the Mint scent, and this has an applicator where you can use it on your lips, but this is marketed as like a multi-purpose balm. or like a skin salve, and it definitely is a bit on the thicker side, so it's not gonna slip slide around, which is nice. I do like the mint scent. This is my favorite texture for lip balm, and I don't see myself using this in other parts of my body, so it's a good product. I would recommend this one, but I don't know that I'm gonna be using it a whole ton just because I have other things I prefer. And then this is when I picked up from one of like the random brands on the site. This is the brand Starry. It's the Vasilip, which is a vitamin E and aloe lip cream. And this is okay. This is a little thinner than this, but it does have like the Vaseline type consistency. And I picked this up for the aloe in it. I think that would be nice, of course, if you burn your lips with it being summertime and whatnot. I like this one a little bit more than this one. I would still recommend the both of them, but neither one of them have completely blown me away, but they're not bad. But I do think I'm probably gonna reach for other lip balms over these. Then I have two lip makeup remover products. So this first one is, I believe, from the brand Just Color. It is their Kiss and Buy Lip Color Remover. So this is basically a makeup remover oil in a lip gloss wand or package with a lip gloss applicator. And this does a great job of completely breaking down your liquid lipstick because it is super oily. It's like a straight up oil. Two issues though. So I've only used it a couple times, and hopefully you can see how gross and discolored it is in here, which is going to happen if you're putting this over top of the liquid lipstick. Even if you're trying to wipe off the brush before you put it back in the container, it's still going to do that. And also this leaks really badly. I cannot have it stored on its side. I have to have it standing up, which I just don't like. So for the packaging flaw, I wouldn't recommend it, but the product itself does work very well for its intended purpose, which is breaking down liquid lipstick. Phenomenal job at that, but I just don't like the packaging. But the other product I tried, I think is great. These are the AOA Lip Makeup Remover Pads, 30 pads in here, and this is super duper oily, just like these. So it does really break down your liquid lipstick super easily. And I have not had any issue with these leaking, but this is like a flat product. If you had it rolling around in your purse, it's possible it might leak. I would probably put it in like a sandwich bag and put it in my purse, but I think this would be so perfect for on the go. You don't feel like wearing your lipstick anymore and you want to take it off. These are really, really good. So definitely do recommend these. And AOA probably has them. I know other brands have made these in like nail polish remover pads, and they're so oily and greasy, but that works for breaking down liquid lipstick. So if I had to pick one, I would pick the AOA pads over this liquid lipstick remover. And then I have a whole bunch of brush cleansing products. First is their brush cleaner. It came in several different scents. The one that I have is the lavender scented antibacterial spray. This is a 1.7 ounce product. This I used on just an eyeshadow brush. It got out some of the color, but not all of it. So I was very bummed by that. This is not near as good as the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner, so I wouldn't recommend this one. I don't really think it did much. And this spray actually worked just as well as this quick brush cleaner, which is AOA's dupe for the Vermona color switch. So it basically is like the consistency of a hair donut, and you just run your dry brushes on here and it will get off any excess powder. I usually just use these for eye brushes. I do use it for face brushes occasionally, but this worked super well. The only thing I don't love is how small it is. I tend to use one I have from Sonia Kashuk, which you guys can see is a good bit bigger, and especially if you were trying to use this for face brushes, it would be better for it to be bigger, but this does totally work, and I would say this is a hit. I had to pin back. My hair was driving me crazy, and I'm sure me touching it was driving you crazy. So next I have the Argan Oil Brush Soaps. They have a couple different scents. I wish they had a lavender, but they don't. So I have peach and rose. I have not used the peach one, but I have used the rose. I love that they come in this tin. I think it is cuter than the soap dish I've got my other soap in. And this is more of like a a clear soap. I do like the rose scent, and this does a nice job. I've used it for sponges and brushes. I tend to mostly just use this type of product with sponges, though. I prefer using baby shampoo with my brushes. When I used this with my brushes, I did feel like there was a bit of a residue, but that I feel that way about all soaps. But it did do a really nice job of getting all of the product out of my sponge. So I definitely would recommend these. I think that these are really good products, and these are $1.55 because that extra 55 cents does go towards charity. So then we have two different cleaning devices. We've got the cleaning egg and the cleaning mat. The egg works. You stick it on like this, clean your brushes. This works, but it's not my favorite method. I don't necessarily love the grooves. For something small like this, I would use this for eye brushes, but the grooves are a little too big for me for what I prefer to wash my eye brushes. So this works, but I wouldn't repurchase it, and I would tell you instead to buy this cleaning mat. This is so good. So it's got suctions on the bottom, so this will suction to your countertop and mostly into your sink. And if you guys can see, there's a whole bunch of different textures and grooves, which I basically just run my brushes over the whole area, but it can be nice to concentrate in some areas. Like this one right here is a little more spaced out, so I probably wouldn't use that for eye brushes. I'd use one of these others, but I have used this and it works so well, and I love having something in the sink because before I was using the Real Techniques brush cleaning mat and I had to hold it in my hand. So this is a phenomenal product. I cannot believe this. I think this also was $1.55. I cannot believe that this is such great quality, such a good product. This is probably my favorite thing that I hauled. Must have. Next, I have one brush, and this is their F19 highlighter brush. This has been said to be a dupe for the Anastasia highlight brush. I used it to apply my highlight today. Does such a nice job of picking up product, laying it nicely in the cheeks. You can blend a little bit with this. I'm very impressed with this quality for just $1. I think this is better than a lot of the $1 e.l.f. brushes. The eye brushes are good. The face brushes are terrible from the $1 e.l.f. line, but this is really good. I'm very impressed, and it's made me want to try out some other brushes. And I forgot to grab two things, so I will insert some pictures. So the first would be the AOA Paw beveled sponge, and that is the same shape as the Real Techniques sponge. I'm using that right now. I absolutely love it. I love the beveled shape because I feel like I can use the same sponge for foundation, concealer, and powder. Love it. Great quality. I like the Real Techniques texture a little bit more, and the Beauty Blender Original a little bit more, but I still really love this one. I would highly recommend it. I definitely will repurchase, and it is super affordable and performs way better than a ton of other sponges out there. And then the other thing I have is this like swirly blender holder, and I've given that to my sister to keep on the sink to put her sponge in. I have like a different brush and sponge holder system that works for me. So again, I'll put up a picture of that. It holds her sponge perfectly. She uses the Real Techniques sponge, and it is perfect. It definitely fits its purpose, and it was only $1. Then we've got the more random tools. So I have these small palettes. These are from A2O Labs, and these are empty magnetic palettes. The smalls are $5, but they have been on sale on their website for I think $4. So these have a little mirror in them, and then they are magnetic. These can hold 9 regular sized eyeshadows. I've got 2 different patterns here. Very pretty. These are very cute. They work well. It would be awesome if these were $1 or $2, but $5 is not bad at all because the Z Palette brand, these are probably $15. So really, really pretty designs, good sturdy packaging, and a great price. So definitely would say that those are a hit. Then I have the AOA Studio mirror, and this is not a funhouse mirror. This works so well, and I think this would be great for me to keep to the side when I'm filming so I can check my makeup, check my teeth, and especially if I'm trying to film a try-on video, which I don't do too often, but I cannot see that well in viewfinder, so this would be perfect for that. I do wish I purchased the Paw one just because that's bigger, but great quality mirror. And again, this is a size, it's a little smaller, I'd say, than a piece of bread, but I think that is a great smear. Another product that I tried is the Oval Sponge, and this has the same like beauty sponge texture, which is really nice. And it did get larger and softer when I wet it. And I used this to apply my loose powder. So I used it under my eyes, down the center of my face, and under my contour. And I don't have the Tati Blendiful, but that's how I kind of used this. I know the textures are different, but I just pinched it and pressed it under my eye. And I really like this. And I think I will probably use this a lot for powder. We'll see how I like it when I'm setting my entire face. I think it will work just fine. It's just something to get used to holding it. I don't know quite yet if I would repurchase this, but I do think that this is a nice product. I would not use this for foundation, which is how it's recommended, but for powder it works really well. Next, I have a skincare product, and that would be the AOA Invisible Acne Patches with Tea Tree and Cica. And these come with 15 patches. I did really like these. I did put them on a pimple, and it did help bring it to the surface so that I was able to pick it. And that was great. I do think that these work well. My sister has tried a bunch of different pimple patches, and the Alba Botanicals, she said, are the best, but she did like these as well. But the only thing about these is that if you have a lot of acne, you're going to go through these really fast. But if you're someone that just gets a pimple here or there, or just like one at a time, then these would be good for you. But the product itself is really nice. And the next product I have to talk about would be this silicone soap dish. So if you can see, it is raised like this. It's got grooves in it because when you put your soap on here, it makes all of the water come out so that your soap is not going to sit there and be constantly wet and gross. And when it is constantly wet, the soap, you know, gets smaller and smaller. So I actually bought this for Justin to use for his facial soap, and he said that he does think it is making his soap last longer, and he really likes this. So that was like such a random thing from their website, but definitely a favorite. And then the rest of the things here I actually have not tried. I wanted to try everything before I did this video, but I just didn't get around to it. There's one thing I'm so mad at myself that I forgot to try, so I will try this, and I will have a pinned comment down below with my thoughts on it, because this may be a game changer. This would be the AOA Bamboo Reusable Cotton Pads. This is a 2-pack, but I think they have a 10-pack as well. So I'm definitely going to try these tonight so I can see how well they work. But honestly, they just feel like a washcloth, but we will see. The point of these is to use these instead of your regular cotton pads. And I think I'll try one for toner, one for makeup removal. But again, I will have a pinned comment with my experience with these. Then some of the other things I didn't try would be this square nail file. I feel like a nail file is a nail file. I just needed a new one. Then we have the $1 lash applicator. I hardly ever wear lashes, but for that reason, I do think I would really benefit from using something like this, because whenever I apply lashes, it's such a mess. It's just so hard to do for me. So this is an awesome product. I've seen a lot of other brands sell these as well, and they're more expensive than this. So I think the dollar version is great. I also didn't use this. This is the stainless steel mixing palette 2-piece set. You have the palette and the spatula. It is $2.88 because that extra change goes to charity. I didn't use this because I already have one, but I wanted to haul it to show it to you guys and show you that it's available on this site, because I use my mixing palette almost every day to custom match my foundation. I have a plastic one, but this is a stainless steel palette, which is nice. It's easier to clean. This is definitely something sanitary. If you have a makeup kit, or you want to have a makeup kit, I think that you don't need to buy Cinema Secrets or any other, you know, fancy brand. This is going to definitely do the job for you. And then the spatula has 2 different ends. This is more of a flat end and a pointy end. very nice quality, and I already have another spatula as well, but I would definitely recommend this, and I think it's a nice little hidden gem. And then the last two things I didn't try would be the tanning mitts, and that's just because I haven't made myself do the tanning yet. I'm very scared, and I know there's a bunch of YouTube videos, so I'm gonna need to watch them, but if you self-tan, please let me know your best tips. I know you're supposed to use body scrub and body lotion, but like help me. So they have a smaller teardrop shaped mitt for face, and then like a regular shaped mitt that is for your body. These come in black and brown. I chose the black shades. Hopefully they're not going to be super thin where the product bleeds through onto my hand. I think they'll probably be fine, but my guess is that these are probably like, you can't use them more than 5 times before you have to toss them, which for $1 is not bad, but I also don't know how much other mitts cost. So I'll have to update you once I actually do try these things, but for sure I will try and leave a pinned comment of these bamboo reusable cotton pads. I do believe that is everything that I tried. There are a lot of things that I like, a couple of things that I'm in love with, and then there are some things that I don't like. One thing I really hate, but I do have a huge wish list of other things that I want to try from them. Some makeup products, but definitely more tools, because they have so many fun tools on their website. So please let me know your favorite and least favorite products in the comments down below, so I know what to get or what to pass on. But I definitely need to place another order, because just looking at this list, so many fun things I really want to test out. So I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.